Schindler's List. Steven Spielberg created one of the most significant testimonies of the Holocaust with Schindler's List, filmed in black and white to capture its raw reality, with the exception of a few key color scenes, like that of the girl in the red coat, symbolizing innocence and hope amidst horror. The film is set in Krakow, where Oskar Schindler, a German industrialist, uses his factory to save hundreds of Jewish workers from deportation to concentration camps. Locations like Płaszów and Schindler's factory serve as authentic backdrops, showcasing real events. The movie takes us into the heart of occupied Poland, where each day was a struggle for survival and where humanity and cruelty clashed with unparalleled intensity. Schindler's story is one of courage, where one man managed to change the fates of many, with Poland serving as the stage for this dramatic human tale. The Pianist. Director Roman Polanski, who himself experienced the horrors of the Holocaust, brings a personal and emotionally charged narrative with The Pianist. The film won the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival and an Oscar for Best Director, underscoring its significance. We follow Władysław Szpilman, a pianist whose life is marked by the Nazi occupation of Warsaw, from his last broadcast before the sealing of the Warsaw Ghetto to his hiding. Warsaw is depicted in its darkest times, where each day turned into a fight for survival. Poland becomes a symbol of suffering, but also resilience and hope, where music and art find a way to survive even the darkest times. Spielman's story is one of seeking freedom and humanity in chaos. Bridge of Spies. Bridge of Spies is the result of collaboration between Matt Sharman and the Coen brothers, bringing a unique mix of historical drama, tension, and light humor to the film. It takes us into the Cold War era, where Poland is mentioned as part of the Eastern Bloc, entangled in diplomatic negotiations over spy exchanges. This film shows how geopolitical tensions affected individuals and entire nations, and how Poland, despite its communist regime, was a key location in the diplomatic and espionage maneuvers of that time. It's a look at how individuals become pawns in the chess game of superpowers, where every move can have far-reaching consequences. A Bridge Too Far. A Bridge Too Far is an epic war film with a stellar cast, directed by Richard Attenborough, reconstructing Operation Market Garden, where the Allies planned to quickly end the war in Europe. Polish paratroopers are a key part here, especially in the Battle of Arnhem, where they became symbols of courage and sacrifice. The film testifies to the bravery of Polish soldiers who fought for freedom, albeit with a tragic end. It shows how Poland contributed to the fight against Nazism and what the human costs of these efforts were. It's a monument to courage and tragedy, where Poland plays the role of a key player in the struggle for freedom. The Way Back. The Way Back, directed by Peter Weir, is inspired by the book The Long Walk, whose authorship is debatable, but whose story is rooted in reality. The film follows the escape of prisoners from a Siberian gulag, where Poland is one of many stops on their journey to freedom. It depicts Poland as a place where people in despair meet those who help them continue. Poland here symbolizes hope and courage, showing that even in the harshest conditions, one can find help and support. It's a story about the human will to survive and seek freedom in an inhospitable world. The Imitation Game. The Imitation Game, with Benedict Cumberbatch playing Alan Turing, is a film that won many awards, including Oscar nominations. Here, Poland appears through the figure of Marian Rejewski, a Polish mathematician whose work was crucial for cracking the enigma. The film shows how Poles contributed to the war's victory and how their intellectual efforts had global consequences. Poland here is not just a location, but a symbol of intellectual contribution in the fight for freedom, where individuals like Rejewski could change the course of history. Enemy at the Gates. Enemy at the Gates dramatizes the Battle of Stalingrad, where Poles appear as allies of the Soviets. Although the film is often criticized for historical inaccuracies, its visual depiction of the battle and personal stories are powerful. Polish soldiers are depicted as key participants, highlighting international cooperation and sacrifices in the fight against a common enemy. Poland becomes a symbolic place here, showing that war is not just about nations, but mainly about people fighting for common ideals. The Hunt for Red October. The adaptation of Tom Clancy's book, The Hunt for Red October, is a suspenseful tale about the defection of a Soviet submarine. Sean Connery plays his first role in an American film after Bond here. A Polish sailor is a key character, illustrating the complexity of the Cold War, where individual decisions can have global consequences. Poland is depicted as a place where personal bravery meets geopolitics, where individuals can alter the course of history. The Monuments Men. The Monuments Men is inspired by true events where a group of historians and curators saves art from the Nazis. Poland is mentioned here as a place where art was hidden, highlighting its role as a guardian of cultural heritage. The film shows how war threatened not only human lives but also cultural treasures, and how Poland was crucial in their protection. It's a story about saving beauty in times of chaos, where Poland plays a pivotal role in safeguarding the world's heritage. The Day After Tomorrow. The Day After Tomorrow is a sci-fi thriller exploring the impacts of climate change on a global scale. Poland is depicted as one of the areas where extreme weather devastates the landscape, illustrating the universal vulnerability of humanity to natural disasters. The film is known for its spectacular effects and is often cited in discussions about climate change, showing that Poland, like other countries, faces global challenges where nature is not governed by national borders.